So we first met Advanced Behavioral Health at least 10 years ago. I happened to meet the owner through a peer advisory group. There was this amazing lady that was the CEO that ran the business, and we started talking and just hit it off immediately. Advanced Behavioral Health is an organization that specializes in mental health and therapy. Specifically for kids and adults, but a lot of families in general. And immediately, when I spoke to them, I thought that their big need would be to get patients. Come to find out, that was a need, but not the biggest need. The biggest need was to find therapists. There's a shortage in therapists and a shortage in people that specialize in mental health. So while they needed to keep their patients and they needed to continue to add to their portfolio, so to speak, they also needed to recruit. Come to find out, there aren't a ton of therapists out there that are looking for jobs because there's a shortage. So the only way for them to effectively recruit was to grow their own. They had to create an internship program that was second to none, and they had to make sure that their organization was seen as the premier mental health organization in the country, not only by the people that needed help with therapy, but also by the people that wanted to enter the field itself.
I had been running the organization and I had different people doing our marketing, but it came to a point that I needed someone that really needed to put me on the map. When it came to my branding, when it came to followers, I needed to find a company that was going to listen and be able to implement my vision. And CC&A was the perfect partner to help us achieve our goal.
So in order to meet their goals, we had to really redefine what their previous approach was into something that would accomplish what they wanted. And the first part of that was ensuring that they're seen as a hub and a connector for all things mental health related. Whether there was a patient in need of treatment, or a student or intern that was looking to create their certifications, or an existing therapist wanting to join a team, ABH had to be seen as the resource in every way. So this required an extremely holistic approach in all of their messaging without diluting any of the individual messages to each audience segment. It's pretty hard, but the message had to be both specific and broad all at the same time, and we had to make sure we were creating relationships that spanned between universities, therapists, and anything related to the mental health industry.
CC&A has done a whole lot more than marketing for us. It has connected us to other wonderful partners within the community to help us drive our business even further. And through these partnerships, I have met some amazing people that have turned into being longtime friends.
In order to implement that approach, we had to take a wide berth in all messaging created. That means we had to recreate the brand and really make it about connections and partnerships and less about the technicalities of mental health. We had to implement video production and television advertising. We did a lot of content marketing and specifically thought leadership. And oftentimes content marketing and thought leadership get confused because many people think it's just writing articles or blogs, but it's not. It's creating an independent voice for a thought leader within the organization. And in this case, it was their CEO. Obviously, we had to do a complete website redesign to make sure it supported everything. And of course, the SEO and the social media were absolutely pivotal. If people weren't finding the proper things through Google search, they just weren't going to get visibility. And the social media had to amplify everything. So this new brand messaging that we were creating, this thought leadership, this ability to work as a hub and span across all areas of mental health had to be reflected in their social media strategy, and it was. So by implementing this approach and all the tactical changes that we made in their marketing messaging, the results ended up being great. We saw community connections increase on every level, both nationally, regionally, and locally with other small businesses in their area. We saw this national recognition in their internship programs. They were now bringing in interns, in groups of 20 and 30 at a time from universities all around the country. Their patients and employees saw a growth and increase over time, and at the end of the day, the results really exceeded the expectations.
If you want to be relevant within your own field, you must partner with CC&A because they are going to help you achieve your goals in more ways than one.